Martin Lawrence.
You know, I was just talking about him today in social. I was just talking and saying, there's a guy that I always love. I thought he was I think he's a class act. You know, I was just in a car with Ty, you know, my girlfriend.
Are you sure you mean Martin Lawrence?
Yeah, Martin Lawrence.
Yeah. I used to like to look at the woman giving because, you know, I would peek and she look up and I get like Stevie Wonder. If you really love me, why don't you tell me? Because I didn't want to embarrass a girl. But I figured, how could I embarrass her? She's like, my
Martin Lawrence. This movie superstar is a stand-up at his core, an outrageous performer who works the crowd like a maestro.
Like, white people, I can tell you what bothers me about you. You motherfuckers too jipper. You know this your country. Hello, darky. Move, darky.
I think he's very funny.
And the ultimate performer. Performs his ass off.
Yeah, and works hard. They polish
nothing.
Morgan Freeman talking that shit. Oh, come on now, Miss Daisy. I was trying to drive you to the door. I wish I'd have started that y'all. Dialogue would have been a little different. Bitch, shut the I'm trying to drive your stinking ass to the store. My Miss Daisy, you stink. Bitch, get your ass up out the car. Get the out the car.
To me, he does stand-up in the movies. You know, when he does his bits, it's like a stand-up bit. It's like a stand-up bit. I think the guy's great.
But white people get away with a lot of when it comes to with the cops. They talk to the cops. They talk back like a mother cuss their out. What the did you pull me over for? I don't give a I want to know what did you pull me over for? I didn't do nothing, you ass. You're an ass. You're an ass. You're yeah, I know I was speeding you in a rush.
I love him, right.
Number 24.
Oh, one of my all-time favorites. Red Fox.
Red Fox.
Red Fox. I went to see him. Yeah.
That's all I'll say about it.
Yeah. You know what they say? 1 out of 3 people is ugly. Now, I'm when you look to your left, and I'm when you look to your right. If they aren't ugly, guess who is? Must be you.
If you don't believe there's some ugly people in the world, look next to you. Go ahead, take a chance. What are you looking up here for?
Red Fox, the original king of blue comedy. Before there was Sanford and Son, Red's act was vulgar and crude and hysterical. Nothing was off limits.
I could say intercourse, but if you're doing it right, you
I remember
do it
when
again.
I was a little kid.
Big dummy.
Yeah, big dummy.
I hope no one was offended by my show here tonight. If you were offended, you stayed all the way through it. And because you're a dummy.
Had the race thing been lifted earlier, like Mom's Mabley and all that, had it been lifted earlier, this guy, he was a big star. He would have been a superstar for many more years than he was.
See, a lot of people say black people carry knives. Well, that's true. I carry a knife now because I read in a white magazine that all black people carry knives. So I rushed out and bought me one.
I think he was the first black edgy cop. I mean, you know, Pryor was edgy, but he was really edgy, and he kind of.
His character was so strong. My uncles used to take his albums upstairs, and we weren't allowed to listen to them. And they closed the door like as if they were going to watch.
They were dirty albums.
They were
It was
dirty,
like
too
porno.
dirty.
Yeah.
Girl asked me a couple of weeks ago. She said, "Can you f me and hurt me?" I said, "You damn right." So I and hit in the head with a brick.
Number 54.
Our next comedian. Why do I keep getting all the black comedians? D.L. Hughley.
Oh, I liked it.
Is it coincidental?
Yeah.
Or?
White folk get anorexia. I'm too fat. I won't eat anything. I want to lose weight. Black folk, when we get anorexia, it's on accident. Somebody done around and lost their job.
D.L. Hughley. This former gang member quit the life and hit the stage. Earning props for his hard-edged humor, one of the kings of comedy, he's gone from the streets to the suburbs with his own sitcom, The Hughleys.
I remember we was growing up, everybody mama wore that house coat, remember that? Lost the string, had to hold it together. Get your black ass in this house. Mama, why don't you get in the house looking like that? Eh? Everybody know you my mama, that's why I'm fighting at school every goddamn day.
Very funny. He likes to tell stories about his family and growing up black.
What else is new?
The thing I love about DL is that he was in a gang. He was for many years. The guy is so smart.
Well, they're genius gang members, though.
No, but
there are.
I bet there are.
Yeah.
But he knows what's going on politically. He's just well-read, and he's funny.
Black folk and Latin folk, we got a whole different relationship with the police, don't you? You ever let the police follow you so long you get suspicious of your damn self, maybe? Maybe I did kill them people.
He's a terrific
guy. And he's a great comic.
He's a future. Young guys
He's a terrific actor.
And he's a nice person as well.
That's good.
Number 53.
Okay, who's the next comedian?
David Brenner.
I heard two men reminiscing, and one of them said to the other.
Number 52.
Okay, our next comedian is... I worked with this guy.
You did? Mm-hmm. Good.
I actually had sex with him. And then I became a lesbian. Damon Wayans.
I'm a comedian. Hey, there's a rule in my house. If it's funny, you ain't in trouble. The most I can say is, hey, work on your timing, boy.
Damon Wayans. His outrageous characters on In Living Color launched his career, but his hysterical views about parenting and family life earned him a spot on our list.
You want a man to please you? You just lay there and don't say nothing. Just lie down and hum on his ass. Make phone calls. Hi, Ma. Oh, nothing. Nothing at all, you know?
One of the 3 or 4 funniest Wayans brothers.
Yeah.
Out of the 9.
You're right.
Mike Tyson got upset. I didn't want to make that mad, you know? Keenan did him. My brother did an impression of him, and Mike thought it was me. I swear, I walked out of the store, he was with Tommy Hearns. I walk out the store, Mike goes, there he is!
He's funny. I saw him at the Cellar, and he was trying to get a new act. And you just saw the genesis of the bit, and then I saw him a few months later doing the bit, and it was just incredible.
I mean, Mike is the man. Mike came up to me and said, listen, I want to you in your ass. The toughest thing I could say back is, for how long?
He came to see me at the Irvine Improv last week, and he said to me, did I make the 100?
Did he really?
I said, I think so.
No way.
Yeah. I didn't know yet. I said, I think you did.
Damon, now that you made this $13 million, and we're not counting, now that you made all this money, let me ask you this. Let me just throw this out at you. You respond any way you want. Is there racism in America? You be sitting there thinking about that paycheck, talking about, no, sir. If in there is, I ain't seen none.
Coming up next.
One pissed off stand-up
He really personified the angry
Hey, what are you kidding me?
and a Boston loudmouth.
He is a great performer and he's got great attitude.
Next on Comedy Central's 100 Greatest Stand-Ups of All Time. Welcome back to Comedy Central's 100 Greatest Stand-Ups of All Time. Number 51.
I don't think I can do him because I love him too much. Ooh.
I love Dave Chappelle. I thought it was my picture. Damn it.
Dave Chappelle. With his eye for social satire, this laid-back comic has become a breakout star of the stand-up comedy circuit and hosted his own hilarious Chappelle's Show.
Bill Clinton made the news less fearful. He made it hot and sexy. He did. I jerked off to 60 Minutes. That Kathleen Willie interview was hot, hot, hot. The president called me into his office. He began massaging my breast slowly. And then he placed my hand on his genitals. Ed Bradley was like, oh. Was he aroused? I was at home like, yeah, was he aroused? And then Ed Bradley looked right in the camera and said, don't bust that nut yet. We'll be right back.
Dave started really, really young.
Yeah.
But was sort of, to me, he's like an old soul.
He's got every tool that you need as a stand-up. He's a great writer. He's super smart.
Right.
He's also a pure natural that can just stand on stage.
Yeah.
People watch him. He will love him.
Could you imagine what kind of world it would be if people just said whatever they wanted to racially? I mean, like you'd be walking up the street and a black guy come up to you, hello, you white devil. You're rapist of Africa. Why, hello, my big lip spear chucking friend. So what did you do today, Whitey, huh? Oppress a new land and make the people there Christians? Oh, and what did you do? Burn your big black lips on a crack pipe as you missed your job interview?
Yeah, and he's very unassuming. Yeah,
He's just, people just listen to him. He can go on stage and just talk. You know, a lot of guys that are working out new stuff will just ramble along and it'll be very boring. He could just stand up there and talk, and people just love listening to him.
My plane got hijacked. It was very scary. Everyone was certain they were gonna die. But not me. Terrorist has never taken a black hostage in the history of the world. Call up the White House, hello? We have got 5 black people. Hello?
He has peaked, and he will peak again. That's a fact. He has peaked, and he will peak again. So his peak will peak. You understand me?
Yes.
Now let's go back to Joan Rivers.
He has peaked, and he will peak again.
Coming up next,
A comic pioneer with great legs.
Any man that wears woman's clothes starts to get on my nerves. You understand me?
And the man more Americans get their fake news from than any other source.
He's the best sit-down comic on the planet.
Next on Comedy Central's 100 Greatest Stand-Ups of All Time. Welcome back to Comedy Central's 100 Greatest Stand-Ups of All Time. Number 42.
Uh-oh. Flip Wilson! Chelsea!
What you see is what you get.
Flip Wilson. He brought counterculture to the mainstream, breaking racial barriers while delivering laughs, hosting his own Flip Wilson show in the 1970s.
The fact he's a black man on TV.
Yeah.
Reminds me of Eddie Izzard.
Right. Very groundbreaking.
Same. Black men had a variety shows.
Right.
And I love Geraldine.
That was amazing. That was groundbreaking.
Yeah, it was.
You got a bad shoulder, a bad rib, 2 bad knees, and a broken wrist. Honey, you should have left before her husband got there.
No, it was ball breaking. To you, it was groundbreaking. To me, it was ball breaking.
To me, it was groundbreaking.
Any man that wears woman's clothes starts to get on my nerves. You understand me?
Character,
I don't like it. That's not a character anymore. That's a semi.
Great.
Don't ever hit me again in front of my Italian friends.
He had nice legs for a man.
You're right.
You look better than you do on the television. You look better than that. How'd you like to lose 5 pounds real fast?
Here's a guy that made one joke go for 7-8 minutes.
Yeah.
I loved him for that.
I never saw his stand-up, but I remember
saw it.
when I was a little kid, his show was...
Yeah.
I love the Flip Wilson show.
In the round. He did it in the round.
The woman's watching. She said, what are you looking at? The guy said, I'm looking at that ugly baby. That's a bad-looking baby, lady. That's a heck of a kid you got there. I said, I bet you save a lot of money with that baby. You don't have to hire a babysitter. No one's going to bother that kid.
He left this planet too fast, and he died suddenly.
Flip Wilson, legend.
All right, give me this.
Wilson,
He is a legend. Flip, wherever you are, you're up there because you're
God
great.
bless you.